Hi guys, we're here at Money Conference 2018 in Dublin. It's great to have the Money Conference back in Dublin, and they have a very interesting poll going on here today. They're basically asking 3 questions of the participants. The first question is, which cryptocurrency are you betting on in 2019? And as you can see here, most of the participants are actually betting on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the other 2 options are Ripple and Litecoin, and people are less bullish on these 2 cryptocurrencies. The next question is the price of Bitcoin, June 2019, so in exactly 1 year, what price do the participants believe Bitcoin will be? And as you can see, most people believe that Bitcoin is actually going to be around the 10,000 mark, $10,000 per Bitcoin. It's actually, last time I checked there this morning, it was around $6,500 per Bitcoin. So participants are expecting Bitcoin to rise about 25-30% in the next 12 months. There are a few people who believe it'll go to zero, less bullish participants, and there are a few people, Max Keiser and a few other people, who believe Bitcoin's going to go to $1 million per Bitcoin. So it's interesting, and these are, it's a Bitcoin crypto conference, blockchain conference, so you would expect the participants to be quite bullish, but they're not extremely bullish. I'm surprised actually that they're not a little bit more bullish given the nature of this conference, and I think about 40-50% of the participants are actually involved in the blockchain cryptocurrency space. And the final question is an interesting one. It's what's the biggest concern with ICOs? So ICOs are initial coin offerings. This is the new technological advanced way for companies and SMEs to raise funds, but it's a very risky sector with not much protections for the investors. So ICOs, yeah, they're initial coin offerings akin to IPOs, initial public offerings. But the biggest concerns that people have, and they're really genuine concerns people have, about lack of regulation in the space and whether the bubble will burst. The other concerns, slightly lesser concerns, are the lack of shareholder rights and the huge volatility in space. But I think these are all real concerns, and it's one of the reasons why 99% of these ICOs, 99.9% of these ICOs will probably go to zero, because many of them have no intrinsic value whatsoever. It's a hugely volatile and speculative space. A bit like the cryptocurrencies themselves. I think, obviously these cryptocurrencies, some of them have real world, real use values, and they are being put to use for actual user cases. And some of these are likely to survive, but there's sort of a binary thing. I think a lot of people are talking about an asymmetric or a binary thing. Bitcoin, it will either go to zero or it will go much higher, most probably. But there's so many variables nobody knows just yet. My own view, for what it's worth, is I think Bitcoin and some Ethereum in particular, I think of all the cryptocurrencies, has the most value, obviously, in terms of companies and organizations, including government organizations, organizing their systems and using the blockchain to create efficiencies in their organizations. And that's why I think Ethereum, of all these coins, has huge value. So yeah, tell us what you think. It's a fascinating conference. There's some great questions there, and that's just the insights of the participants here at Money Conference in 2018. Thanks, guys.